purchased us, and we are now freestanding, like I said, and we are a big provider, like I said, in managed hosting and cloud. And my role in the company for the last several years has been a wedding of the process management type stuff. Basically, I have a bunch of Six Sigma folks that work for me. I have a heavy background in that. And matching that with our customer feedback. So we use, anybody heard of Net Promoter? Raise your hand. Come on, I'll hold my breath until you raise your hand. All right, it was like, I kind of heard it. What do you want? So we use Net Promoter, and we also, in conjunction with that, we do a series of advisory councils, both virtual and real advisory councils around the globe, where we get feedback from our customers. So the organization I have is really responsible for doing two things simply. It is take that customer feedback from those two mechanisms and then go fix process. And as we'll get into as we start to talk more, about 3.5, 4 years ago, I brought Cordys in. I've been in the process world for a long time, and I'm like, I walked in the door and I'm like, where's all our workflow automation? Where's the workflow automation? And they're like, what the hell is workflow automation? And I'm like, well, we got to go look and find somebody. And so we had been talking to Cordys and thought that'd be really cool. So we brought Cordys in, and I won't steal my own thunder from later, but I'll just say quickly, Cordys came in and has become a strategic partner of ours in using their applications and their platform to help us redesign our processes and do them fast. They also act as our MDM primary centerpiece for our MDM aspects of our business. And we're also using them completely for all the process activity that we're globalizing right now. So if we're doing any processes globally that follow the Sun model, use Cordys for that process stuff. I might get into that a little bit later. But the idea has been to quickly change process using BPM concepts and make sure that we then make that up with the customer feedback and close the loop with our customers. So that's a mouthful, but that's basically what I'm doing. John?
Yeah, I'm Don Drury with Cordys. I'm responsible for what we call our Global Solutions Engineering Group, which means the guys that help solve a problem before a customer invests in us, and then the guys who make it real once they sign up and have an experience with Cordys. And I would just like to say on behalf of everybody from Cordys, thank you all for being here, and thank you to the panelists who had to travel in. It's, I think, going to be a good dialogue like we had in Boston, as Jeff mentioned. From my perspective, we've recently, inside of Cordys, we've been selling the platform that John and his guys adopted for about 5 or 6 years in the market. It's a Dutch-based company, so a strong presence in the European market, and getting legs now in the North American market. But what we've seen recently is the entire architecture of the Cordys platform, which includes business process management at its core, an integration layer, what we call our SOA integration grid. So you can basically talk to your legacy systems, to new web systems, to mobile devices. Anything that's out there can be brought into an executable business process. And I know John will speak to this as we go through the day. And then a user interface and an application development layer on top of that, so you can quickly develop applications that are purpose-built, and in a cycle that's more like a 3 to 6 month cycle, start delivering value to the business instead of the long waterfall cycles that we all were used to in the old days. I come from the world of big ERP and enterprise systems, and it's fantastic to see the industry finally delivering on this promise that we've been talking about for 15 years. So what we've seen recently is that the architecture of this system is truly a multi-tenant capability. It has the security capabilities that people are looking for, and we've built a product we call Cordys Cloud Provisioning on top of it to enable you to set up channels, deliver applications and services out to the customer base, whether it's partners, end user customers. And that combination of the platform and the provisioning capability is really starting to catch the eye of a lot of the service providers, the telcos, people moving into these new business models that want to say, how do I leverage this thing called the cloud, and how do we actually get some value back? So it's a very exciting time. It's a very chaotic time with too much choice in the industry. And hopefully today you can slice through a little bit of that noise and get some good ideas to take back. So again, thank you all for joining us.
Okay, so that was a great introduction, and in fact, you introduced a number of